What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wild Skills. We're excited to bring this back. We've been on for a while. I'm excited to bring you and introduce you to Dylan. He is now part of our wilderness athlete team. He's going to be really working. I'm going to be working with him. He's going to be heading this up to really revamp this, really educate you guys and help you fulfill your goals. But I'll introduce Dylan. He can tell you a little bit about his background.
Awesome, thanks Jesse. First off, guys, this is an absolute dream for me, being a part of Wilderness Athlete. I've always been a huge outdoorsman, and I've been in fitness now for the past probably 5 years. My whole life's been around athletics and coaching, so I'm excited to kind of bring my background in corporate wellness, from performance training to some high elite athletes. And now I'm going to bring it to the backcountry. So I'm very excited. I know we can do a lot of stuff with Wild Skills, and our team is going to bring you guys a lot of good education as far as how we can improve your health and wellness so we can help prolong your career in the backcountry. Okay, that's our main goal here. So the first one we have is actually going to be posture and stability. Okay, why is posture and stability important? Because when we train, everybody wants to just jump in and just do the big power lifts, okay? And especially in this kind of industry, a lot of people are in the CrossFit gyms or into powerlifting or something like that, and they don't focus on the things that are important, which is posture. Because if we don't have proper posture, we can't train in full ranges of motion, which means we aren't going to be reaching our optimal performance and strength levels. Okay, so that's extremely important. And as you know, American society and culture, we sit up to 15 hours a day. Okay, whether that's sitting on the way to work, sitting at work, and then driving on the way home, and then Jesse sitting at home recording The Bachelor. Okay, so we're sitting all the time. So what we're doing is we're going to focus on how we can counteract all these bad habits. Okay, because when we do all this sitting, what happens to our posture is we get this rounded, okay, forward shoulders, right? Okay, open up that chest. Yeah, he's texting, right? Proud chest. I know it may seem weird and feel weird, okay, but that proper form is going to allow us to work in functional patterns, okay? Quality movements. It's a very trendy, kind of fatty term right now, but it is important, you know. So moving forward here, movement and exercise gives you that feel-good hormone, which is called our endorphins, okay? So when you're moving, you get that runner's high, or you feel good in the gym, or you feel good after. It really is because we're releasing an actual chemical in your body to give you that feeling. So improving our quality of life, it evolves around movement and exercise, okay? Stabilization in our joints. We can do that by training our upper thoracic spine, okay, which is located in your upper third of your back, and a lot of movement. It rotates around that position, that joint, okay? It affects your shoulders, your gluteal head, all the way down to the hips, ankles, knees, okay? We're a machine. We have to make sure that we're maintaining that machine, and we can do that through working on our posture, that we can train in those full range of motions, work more efficiently through our functional patterns. Then we can go ahead and step into improving our strength, size, cardio, whatever your goals are personally. Make sure that you focus on stabilization, okay, and posture first. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have Jesse perform a couple exercises and movements on how we can counteract all of our poor habits and how we can improve and be proactive with fixing our posture as we move forward. Okay, guys, first one we have here is gonna be a prone, okay, thoracic rotation. All right, so starting off, we have our PVC pipe, okay? It doesn't have to be a PVC pipe. It can be a broomstick. It can be a stick. I don't care what it is, okay? As long as it's straight and it's something that we can pivot with in between our hands, okay? So first off, we're gonna make sure Jesse's shoulders are packed back and down. So we're gonna actually pull his scap down and back, so we're staying nice and packed between the shoulder blades. He's gonna remain in that position as we work through this movement, okay? So what he's gonna do is he's gonna keep his hip as close as he can down to the floor as he rotates each direction, okay? Right here, we wanna focus that he's bringing his eye gaze with him, so we're not getting any stress in the upper neck, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and bring it back down. We're looking for rotation in the spine, guys. Okay, so he's gonna rotate, rotate, rotate. You may notice that you have better rotation on one side than the other. Don't be afraid, that's normal, okay? So let's go ahead and do one more. Perfect. We're looking for rotation in the spine, all right? That upper thoracic. We're gonna bring it down to the floor. Awesome. The next one we have is going to be a face pull, okay, with our thumbs back. Again, this can be done with the TRX or bands. That's mainly the way that this is trained. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back. He's gonna pack his shoulders. Okay, one thing I want you to focus on, anything you're doing in a standing position, make sure we're not arching the back. Okay, keep the belly button in, hips tucked throughout the whole time. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and pull back. Okay, we're gonna squeeze those scaps and lateral and rear delts in that upper trap area. We're gonna go thumbs back, squeeze for a couple seconds here. His ears are staying over his shoulders, and we're gonna work back to that starting position. Again, we're just working on pulling those shoulders back. Okay guys, next one is gonna be a band pull apart. We're retraining our scap here. Okay, first thing, I'll have Jesse face you so we can focus on, he's gonna keep his shoulders packed back and down. He's gonna be a straight arm position. So as you perform this, Jesse, go ahead and face me here. Okay, go ahead and perform one. He's keeping his shoulders packed, arms straight, head is staying back, ears are staying over the shoulders. Okay, and he's squeezing his shoulder blade. All right, go ahead and spin around, we'll face away. I want you to see his scaps working here. Okay, so he's squeezing, hold it for a half second, and then go ahead and bring it back. Good, he's staying packed back and down. Even when he's working forward through that eccentric phase, he's staying packed back and down here with the scaps. Okay, this is gonna open up the chest, draw our shoulders back. Next one we have is going to be a foam roll, sit, roll, and reach. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and lengthen our lats here, because what happens is when we get this rounded posture, okay, which we call kyphosis, we have the rounded shoulders, the curvature in your upper thoracic spine. Okay, we're gonna counteract that here with a sit, roll, and reach, because your lats will tighten as your shoulders begin to roll forward. Okay, so Jesse's gonna get in a quadruped position here. He's gonna point his toes behind him. Okay, he's gonna sit his butt to his feet. As he goes thumbs up, rolls out as far as he can. We're gonna be long from the fingertips to the hips, okay? So what this is doing here is it's lengthening his lat, all right? So you're gonna hold it for a quick second, and then you're gonna come back up to start. Roll back up. Good, and let's go ahead and perform a couple quick ones here. We're just gonna stay nice and long. We're opening up the shoulders, okay? And we're opening up the lats here. This is important for us because it's gonna allow us to roll our shoulders back and pull ourselves into a little bit better posture, okay? The next one we're gonna do is a YTA position. Again, we're retraining our scaps here. You don't need a bench, okay? You can actually do this with suspension training, either with a TRX or rings, or you can do it on a physio ball with your hips placed on the ball. Really, you don't need weight here, guys. This isn't, we're not trying to like really make huge muscle gains here. We're trying to train our posture, okay? So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go in a capital Y position with our thumb up, and he's gonna go down to the floor. Okay, his shoulders are packed. He's gonna come up again to a T position, capital T, okay? And then he's actually gonna rotate his hands and go pinkies up into a capital A position, okay? So it's a YTA. So he's gonna restart. He's gonna go thumb up Y, okay? Thumb up T, and then a pinkies up A. And throughout this, he's squeezing these muscles, okay? We're creating that mind-body connection. So now our body's gonna know that we can work in these functional patterns, and then subconsciously, hopefully our shoulders are gonna start to roll back. Next one, we're gonna do a scapular push-up. Okay, this can be performed either on your knees, up against the wall, on a bench. All right, it doesn't really matter. All we're looking for is this movement along the shoulder girdle, okay? So what we're doing is we're staying nice and stiff in the elbow, and we're working through the gluteohumeral head here as we squeeze the scaps and then extend them, okay? Your shoulder blades should be rolling together, okay? Squeezing those muscles and then separating, all right? What we're doing here is we're training these muscles back here to move again, because what happens is we get in this bad posture and they get stuck, all right? So we're trying to retrain them and say, hey, wake up, we can move, all right? Okay guys, next one we have is going to be eccentric training, okay? So what happens in an actual push-up, your eccentric phase is when we're going down, okay? And then the contraction is when we're going up. So during eccentric, as Jesse pulls himself down into a push-up, you're actually training the length of your chest muscles here, okay? And that's what we're trying to do. So he's gonna go all the way down, okay, and then he's gonna restart. All right, so what we're doing is we are trying to lengthen the front side So by doing an eccentric push-up, we're actually training during the lengthening of our chest muscles. That way our shoulders will continue to be pulled back as we counteract that movement with strengthening in our posterior chain on the backside. All right guys, like we mentioned before, it's important that we are mobilizing and becoming more flexible as we strengthen, okay? So we're gonna focus on opening the chest here, and we're going to do a doorway stretch. Obviously this is not a doorway, but you can imagine your arm being on a doorway, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the elbow at 90 degrees, okay, at about shoulder height, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our chest forward, and that doorway is gonna keep our arm back as we lengthen, okay, through this anterior delt and the pectoralis major and minor, okay? And all that's gonna do is lengthen the front side. The next one is gonna be a wall stretch, okay? So he's gonna put his palm on the wall, okay? He's gonna bring that shoulder so it's touching the wall, and he's gonna try and rotate these shoulders looking out. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna lengthen, okay, the anterior portion of your delts, even down into the bicep tendon and the biceps, okay? This is gonna help open up that chest, maybe rotate that palm back out, okay, as we're trying to open up our front side.